Okay, I want to bring up a member of the steering committee. Okay, that was Noche Diaz who just spoke of the Revolution Club in New York City. And now I want to bring up a member of the steering committee of the Stop Mass Incarceration Network who had the honor on Tuesday of being arrested for the first time in her life, Sarah.
Yes!
Freedom fighter!
Yeah.
A police officer said to me, "What are you all doing out there? You're still protesting Eric Garner?" Well, then he said, "That's so old." Well, it isn't old. It isn't old. And all of the other murders have happened. How could he say that? How callous. I think that's the feeling. I mean, that's the sentiment amongst the powers, you know, the police officers. But we are going to stand up. It is not old, because every day, every other day, there is a new report of an unarmed person, mostly people of color, brutally beaten, brutalized, and murdered by law enforcement in this country. And we are the voices of those who have been silenced in this brutal system. So that's what I have to say. And I am proud of everyone else. I am proud of everyone here, and we will still continue the struggle, because this is the new freedom fight. That's right.
Freedom fighter!
Sarah, yes!
Okay, I want to bring up someone else who was arrested on Tuesday. Dave.
Thank you.
Yes!
By the way, me and her were in the same precinct, and we could hear her and the other ladies still chanting in the booth, and we're very proud of it. I can't understand why we can't get more participation in this, considering that this is the United States of America and we are based on a democracy.
Not anymore.
We can't allow tyranny. We can't allow that 1%, that plutocratic way of thinking to govern us. And when you see that lives are being taken in the streets as American citizens, I just can't understand how people can actually sit there and not participate in this. It makes no sense to me at all why we can't get more participation in this, more understanding, because it could be your child, it could be your father, it could be somebody close to you. And I think that's what Americans, as long as you have your iPhone 6, as long as you got your cable TV and your Lexus, then you're really not concerned about what's happening out here, and the powers that be are just running us right over. So we need to really think about this, and we need to figure out how we as an individual can get more involved in the taking of lives, unarmed. Thank you, thank you.
I want to reiterate what someone else said. I am very honored, extremely honored for myself to have been arrested with all of these people on Tuesday on that bridge and beyond for standing up to stop the murder of our people by the police, and we are not going to stop until these murders stop.
That's right.
Now I want to bring up, at this point, Reverend Omar Wilkes of the Unison Pentecostal Church.
I'm here today to say, drop all charges against the peaceful protesters.
Right.
The only people that should be arrested is the cops who perpetrated violent acts on the protesters. Are you with me? The people who should be arrested are the cops.
That's right.
Who killed Sean Bell. The cops who killed Amadou Diallo. The cops who killed Ayanna Jones. And the many thousands of young people and people of all ages that we never even hear about. I'm here today to say that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. And we have a moral obligation to stand up. And I heard one of the people back here say is that the people who stood up on the bridge are heroes. Remember that. You know, Right temporarily defeated is greater than evil triumphant. It's very important to remember that.
Say it again.
Right temporarily defeated is greater than evil triumphant. The people who change history are the people who are willing to stand up and speak truth to power. We the people are determined to speak truth to power because it is our babies being killed. It is our mothers being killed. And whether you are black, white, Latino, or Asian, we are all in this together. We either go up together or we go down together. Thank you. Thank you.
I want to introduce one last speaker from among those who were arrested. Then after that, I'm going to bring up Nellie Bailey. I want to introduce Charles, a student at Columbia University.
All right. I just want everybody to know that I was very proud yesterday to be a part of that movement. All right. To be one of those freedom fighters. Yeah. That was the best moment that happened in my life. Yes. Right? Yes. Yes. And I want to thank NYPD because they brought the strength out of me. Yeah. They made me stronger. Yes. They made me angry. Yes. They made me want me to come out more. And they made my story better because yesterday my son called me and said, "Hey daddy, I saw you got arrested. Were you afraid?" I said, "No, I wasn't afraid because I have no fear." They made my story better to tell my son, when I'm gone, you have something to fight for.
Hopefully we'll have it fixed by then.
Now before, we are going to bring up a couple of more attorneys, but before I bring them up, I do want to bring up Nellie Bailey, a longtime Harlem activist and part of the Harlem Tenants Association.
Thank you. It has been 50 years since blacks marched across the Edmund Pettus Bridge. And they were brutalized by cops in the South. 50 years ago. And today we see the same depravity and the no regard whatsoever for the lives of black and brown people right here in New York City. This is the Selma of the North. Police brutality and murder is front, center, and the end of all politics in this country. And we say to the fake progressive Bill de Blasio that you have been unmasked. How dare you travel around this country with supposedly a progressive agenda when this is in your backyard. And we remember with Rudolph Giuliani when people all over this city said in response to police violence and brutality, it's Giuliani time. And so now we say it is de Blasio's time. It is his time. He will not get away with it. All charges have to be dropped against these young people. Look at them. They could be his son and his daughter, whom he speaks so proudly of. Where is his voice? And we say to the Speaker of the City Council, Melissa Mark Viverito, who wants to hire 1,000 new police officers, we say to her, no. What you have to do, we want this focus on what is happening in terms of the New York City Police Department. We need another federal hearing. We need Conyers back here in New York City because nothing has changed. And one life, and we say to the white community, at least I do, if you ignore what has happened to these young people, these young Black, Latino, white young people, well, your sons and your daughters are next. This is a fight for all of us. The militarization of the police department, not only in New York City, but all over this country, is a concern for all of us. It's no accident that Mayor Bloomberg referred to the New York City Police Department 38,000 strong as his own private army. Well, this is not a battlefield. This is supposed to be a democratic society, and obviously it is not. We want money to address this situation. Let's talk about one other thing. That is the revenue that is generated off the backs of Black and brown people for this city, as it was done in Ferguson. That is part of our analysis. That is part of our narrative. Thank you.